In developing the set design for Last Days of Judas Iscariot, Laura, Savia, and I discussed a lot while looking at research of alleys and street corners throughout the world, throughout time, courtrooms in America, the importance of developing the dynamics in the rehearsal room. So even though we had a general idea of what the looks and what we wanted to play with, it was very much with the actors and having them play with milk crates and pallets that they actually were the ones that went and I want to say scavenged throughout the streets of New York to play with in the rehearsal room and to explore what that was. Because the Marilyn Monroe Theatre is such an intimate space, and because we wanted the world to feel beyond their courtroom, we went with this idea of having giant printouts of different streets so that it felt that the world was much more expansive than it was. And then with Laura Hoffman, or the assistant set designer, but also props coordinator, we kind of talked of how do we add religious touches. So in terms of set dressing, we had little Virgin Marys and crosses, but not being too straightforward or too obvious as well. So it was another layer we wanted to create with the world. And then with Isabella, the lighting designer, and Stowe, the sound designer, it was the same thing. It was adding another layer of how does this world feel beyond, but also very specifically at certain moments. And Isabella did a really beautiful job kind of revealing the textures on the set. But also like bringing in our focus at certain moments or making it feel like it was even more holistic at other times. Mira, our costume designer, also gave us another layer. For instance, with the angel wings, she used tattoos versus literal costume wings depending. So those were all discoveries that the audience got to have as the show evolved. And it was very much kind of the thread that we played with our storytelling. So it was very much layered, very much about like having discoveries about who these people were over the plot itself. And that's kind of how we ended up with the set design we had now.